The Philosopher's Pulse.
Hey everyone, welcome back to the Philosopher's Pulse, where we keep our pulse on philosophy, theology and psychology. Today we're diving into a fascinating topic that has shaped human thought for centuries. Theology! Ever wondered what theology really is? Let's break it down, and trust me, it's more exciting than it sounds. The word theology comes from the Greek words theos, which means God, and logia, meaning study or discourse. So, in a nutshell, theology is the study of the divine. But how did this all start? We'll begin with the idea that early humans practiced a religion deeply rooted in nature worship and astrology. Ready to uncover the evidence? Let's dive in. First up, let's talk about archaeological findings. Did you know that our ancestors left behind clues that reveal their reverence for nature? Check this out. Cave paintings. Take the stunning cave art in Lascaux, France. These ancient paintings depict animals and natural phenomena, hinting at a profound connection to the natural world. Imagine early humans gathering in these caves, celebrating the animals that sustained them. Totem poles and ritual sites. There are totem poles and ritual sites from prehistoric cultures. These creations symbolize nature, showing that our ancestors didn't just see nature as a resource, they honored it. Now let's explore animism. Many anthropologists believe that early belief systems were largely animistic, meaning they attributed spiritual essence to everything around them: trees, rivers, mountains, and even animals. This idea is still alive today in various indigenous cultures that celebrate and revere nature in their spiritual practices. Next up, agricultural societies. As humans transitioned from nomadic lifestyles to settled agricultural societies, they became more dependent on natural cycles. This shift led to the worship of nature in even more profound ways. Seasonal festivals linked to planting and harvesting became vital, highlighting the religious significance of nature's rhythms. One of the more intriguing and mysterious theological practices were star and planet cults. Let's look at how early humans gazed at the stars. Ancient civilizations like the Babylonians, Mayans, and Egyptians were not just stargazers, they were star worshippers. Structures like Stonehenge and ancient observatories show that celestial phenomena influenced their spirituality and rituals. Can you imagine the awe of watching a meteor shower under the night sky? A great example of this practice phenomena is the Dogon tribe of Mali. They have astonishing knowledge about the star Sirius, especially its hidden companion, Sirius B. This small, dense star was only discovered by Western scientists in the 19th century. The Dogon believed their insights come from mystical beings called the Nommo, said to have arrived from Sirius. How did they know this before modern astronomy? A lucky guess, maybe? Now, the more well-known of ancient practices are cultural myths and legends. Across various cultures, stories about creation, nature, and celestial beings are abound. These tales often highlight a deep reverence for the natural world. Think about it. Gods associated with the earth, sky, sun, and moon are common in many ancient religions. They weren't just stories. They were reflections of how early humans understood their world. Moving on to examine ethnographic studies, research on contemporary hunter-gatherer societies provides a window into early religious practices. Many modern indigenous groups still hold beliefs rooted in nature and astrology, showcasing continuity from our ancestors. Navigating towards more orthodox theological practices and religions, let's take a time machine back to ancient civilizations. The earliest forms of theology sprouted in places like Mesopotamia, Egypt, and ancient India. Imagine philosophers like Plato and Aristotle pondering the nature of gods and existence. These thinkers laid the groundwork for what we now call theology. How cool is that? Picture grand temples, bustling markets, and scholars debating under the stars. These ancient discussions about the divine were not just academic, they were a crucial part of life. Fast forward to the Judeo-Christian tradition. With the rise of Judaism and Christianity, theology began to flourish in new ways. The Hebrew Bible, known as the Tanakh, and later the New Testament, became foundational texts. Early church fathers like Augustine and Origen were the rock stars of this era, interpreting these texts and shaping Christian thought. Imagine them as the theological influencers of their time, guiding followers through complex ideas about faith and morality. And we can't forget Islamic theology, known as Kalam. Emerging from the teachings of the Quran and Hadith, it engaged with philosophical ideas and tackled essential questions about faith, reason, and the nature of God. This shows just how interconnected these theological traditions are. Think of great minds like Al-Ghazali and Ibn Rushd, who sparked debates that still resonate today. Now let's jump to the medieval period, where theology became a formal discipline. Enter Thomas Aquinas, a game-changer who combined Aristotelian philosophy with Christian doctrine. It was like the ultimate intellectual mashup. Imagine candlelit rooms filled with scholars passionately discussing existence and faith. Sounds like the perfect setting for a historical drama, right? The 16th century brought the Reformation, shaking things up with diverse theological perspectives. This period sparked debates that led to Protestant theology and a wealth of new ideas. Fast forward to today, and we see theology branching out into liberation theology, feminist theology, and even process theology. The evolution is mind-blowing. Today, theology is a vibrant and diverse field of study, influenced by culture, philosophy, and history. It's not just about understanding the divine, it's about understanding ourselves. So what do you think? Theology is not just an ancient relic, it's a living dialogue that continues to shape our world. If you enjoyed this exploration, give us a thumbs up, subscribe, and let's keep the conversation going in the comments. What aspect of theology fascinates you the most? Until next time, keep questioning, exploring, and stay on pulse.
The Philosopher's Pulse. Like, share, subscribe, and leave a comment.